Yeah, might as well get a little perked up. Okay, I'm sorry. I'm gonna tease you. But let me put my phone on mute.
Hello, y'all. This is EJ, and I'm sitting here with my mom, and this is DNA Week 11, and we're here to bring you highlights from around the league. And well, another week, and I'm not even gonna, sugarcoat anything or take too long to do an intro or anything. I'm gonna get straight to it. It's another bad week as a Falcons fan. I thought last week it was just a little rivalry game. Okay, we always split with New Orleans. That ain't nothing new. But then these jokers sit up here and go to Denver the very next week and lose to the Broncos, led by quarterback rookie Bo Nix. And they lose 38-6. 38-6 to the Denver Broncos. This ain't John Elway we playing. It's not Peyton Manning. This is Bo Nix. I like Bo Nix, but we shouldn't have issues like this with a rookie quarterback, especially when you got guys on defense like Justin Simmons and Jesse Bates.
They almost beat the Chiefs, so they not just the Denver Broncos. They took the Chiefs.
I believe we're a team that almost beat the Chiefs too. So with that being said,
I'm trying to help y'all.
That cancels out. This is obviously the worst game the Falcons have played this season. Not only just this season, but I feel like this is the worst game we've played in a long time. And we haven't made the playoffs in 6 years, and I can't remember too many games where we played this bad. Now, we have played this bad before, but, it's not often. 38-6 is not a good look. Both teams are now 6-5. Kirk Cousins went 18 for 27, 173 yards, and he added one interception to that. We were getting beat to a pulp. So why is Kirk still on the field, right? So we decided to put our rookie quarterback in, Michael Penix Jr. He decided to get him some reps. I was pleased with what I saw from him, even though it wasn't many plays he snapped the ball, but he got 24 yards and went 2 for 4. He had a nice first down pass to Ray McCloud. He had a nice deep ball thrown to Casey Washington. It was an incomplete pass, but the way he placed it to him was just nice, seeing from a rookie quarterback. And he placed the ball perfect to where the defender couldn't even get it. And Casey Washington actually got hurt on that play, diving for the ball. So I hope he's okay. The Falcons don't need any more injuries than what they already have. The defense is badly hurt, but I can't use that as an excuse. Only putting six points on the board is just unacceptable. Bo Nix was looking unstoppable out there. He went 28 for 33, 307 yards, and 4 touchdowns. It just wasn't a fun game to watch from start to finish. I would say, hey y'all, I'm looking forward to the next game. We can bounce back, but no.
Who y'all got next week?
Oh, we got the Chargers. Well, not the one we got to bye, but knowing the Falcons gonna find a way to lose the bye. So. It just hasn't been. It's not fun right now with a season that started off looking so promising. It's turning out to look like.
Y'all still in first place in y'all division.
If the Bucks keep losing, we'll barely make the playoffs. I mean,
Bucks?
Yeah. If the Bucks keep losing. If the Bucks keep losing, they're in second place. So we need them to at least keep losing. That's the only thing that's gonna keep us on the top. I mean, but no, it's not fun. We got the Chargers next. In a couple weeks, and not looking forward to that either. I think it's going to be a very rough game to watch. But Falcons, please figure out something fast, seriously fast, because before this turns out being another season and we missed the playoffs after we should have made it. Please beat the curse. There's a lot of Falcons fans who are Christian and who didn't do anything to deserve any of this stuff. And I think all the people, who doubted the curse and encouraged the demolition of the beautiful Georgia Dome. You guys please need to repent, pray, go to church, and do what you got to do to get the Falcons right back on track, because it's starting to look really concerning, and we ain't been to the playoffs since 2017. I was a senior in high school last time the Falcons made the playoffs. I really forgot what it's like to watch the Falcons in the playoffs. So please, do something. Falcons fans, we need to come together and figure this out. But enough talking about this team. I'm going to worry about y'all in a couple weeks. There's another, the Detroit Lions, they keep winning. So And I'm sure my mom's gonna want to tell y'all what happened and all of that. So go ahead.
Okay, well, you know, what up, Doc? Over there in the D, my boys, you know, I'm just, yeah. You know, they owed us this, you know, victory, this easy victory, because, you know, they gave us all heart palpitations, you know, last week, you know, when they played the Texans, and yeah, it wasn't beautiful, but they won. But this week, they look like my boys. They look like my boys in blue as they mollywop, slayed those Jaguars 52-6. You know, we knew we was gonna beat them. I mean, we wasn't, you know, it was kind of an easy game. You know, I got up, went to church, came there, you know, we got the Jags. It was gonna be an easy win. You know, by halftime, I was like, oh, this is good. So, you know, they beat them. I mean, it was like a beatdown. You know, and they do call us bullies, you know, nice bullies, but they call us bullies. But, you know, it's any given Sunday. We're gonna play a team. This is the Jaguars, regardless if they're 2-8, 1-8, 1-7, 10-2, it doesn't matter. They are NFL players that get a check for playing football. That's what they do for a living. So they made it to the league. So they legit players. So we play them like they legit players. Yeah. So we're gonna play the Jaguars just as hard as we're gonna play the doggone Minnesota Vikings. No difference. We're gonna play them the same way. So we came in there, but it was fun. You know, when we can get up, you know, and the game is like that, it's just fun to watch, you know, and the players just running in, you know. St. Brown had a couple of touchdowns. Our Sonics and Knuckles did what they was supposed to do. They was running it in the end zone. And Jameson with his Marshawn Lynch, you know, touchdown catch. I mean, it was just beautiful to watch. And it was just a beautiful game. But they were like, let me see, they scored 7 touchdowns in a row. You know, the play that he did with Jameson, did you see the play when he fell back? You know, the whole nuts in the air, they always call it play. I have to show it to you.
Wait, it was a one-handed catch?
And then, no, I have to show it to you. See, he didn't even watch it. I'm gonna have to catch him up.
Probably too busy crying to the game.
I'm gonna have to catch you up on it. But I'm gonna do it down there. You know, this picture right here. That right there.
Oh no, I didn't see it. Look. Yeah. After the Falcons game, I just canceled out that day.
Yeah, but you know, he did the play, but they scored 7 touchdowns in a row. 7 touchdowns. Actually, they scored 7 touchdowns, field goal, and then kneel. That was the game. That was it. The punter didn't even have to come. He didn't even have to work yesterday. He was like, he didn't have to work. 7 touchdowns, kicked the field goal, and then kneel. That was the whole game. And so they went for a total of 644 yards. They had 38 first downs. Goff went 24-29, and he was had a passing for 412 yards. So I don't know what that's going to do him as far as, you know, back in the MVP running. You know, a lot of people still saying Lamar Jackson. But guess what? I'm sure Goff would rather have a Super Bowl ring instead of MVP trophy. Oh, so we good with that. Lamar, you can have the trophy as long as we get the ring. Because you ain't got a thing unless you got that Super Bowl ring. So we okay. You know, because he still can be the Super Bowl MVP champ. So we'll take that too. So that was good, but it was a beautiful thing, you know. And so just you know, just love my boys, love what they do. You know, next Thursday, you know, we're coming up on Thanksgiving. Got them Bears. But that's not who we play this weekend. This weekend we got the Colts.
Yeah.
And then next weekend, there's a chance that we might actually win on Thanksgiving. Because we really don't win on Thanksgiving. But it's a chance that we can win the Bears. So the crazy thing is when I'm looking at the rest of the schedule, you know, the only one that really scared me, now we can lose to Minnesota, we can lose to Green Bay, but the only one that gives me pause is the Bills. That's it. Everybody else, I think we pretty much in there. But my team is now officially, as we will discuss later, the Chiefs finally got knocked off, but we'll talk about that later, but my team is officially sitting at number 1 in the NFL. So, congratulations, boys. Love you. It was a great week. It was a beautiful week for me. So
before we go to the next team, I just noticed something. Jaguars scored 6 points. We scored 6 points. We play the Broncos, a team that's nowhere near as good as the Detroit Lions.
And they got 38 on y'all.
And let's just see. foul because that's just very concerning.
But and the Broncos, in all fairness,
Very concerning. They're a good team.
They're a good team. They were pissed off because they got a blocked field goal. If they hadn't blocked that field goal, they would have beat the Chiefs last week.
We should have been pissed against the same team they played last week. And it's just, I also saw Zadarius Smith get his first sack as the Detroit Lion as well. You see what happens when you make a move at the trade deadline. See, that could have been us.
We didn't do anything.
Didn't do anything, and this is starting to.
It's starting to show.
It's starting to show.
But we did have, I always mispronounce his name. He got injured on our offensive line. I always mispronounce it. Analazone, one of our offensive players. He did get hurt, so I know I'm mispronouncing his name. I'm going to put it right there so y'all can see it. But so we wish him the best, and so they're looking to get somebody to replace him as well because he's supposed to be out for I think 6 to 8 weeks. But that happens. But let's see with the rundown. Well, the Cincinnati Bengals, they can't seem to catch a break. I mean, they started off high, but they kind of cooled off as they lost to the Chargers, 34-27.
The doors are starting to shut. The doors are really starting to shut quick on Cincinnati. It has not been a season they had hoped for. Joe Burrow has, for the most part this season has been playing pretty decent. He's playing good enough to win games, but it's just always came down to a touchdown or a field goal. For Cincinnati, they have been close many times to getting the wins this season, but this is just another game where they fall short. Going down to the Chargers, Joe Burrow went 28 for 50, 356 yards, 3 touchdowns. Justin Herbert went 17 for 36, 297 yards and 2 touchdowns. Both quarterbacks played out their minds, but especially Joe Burrow. You would think that he had the game won just looking at the stat line, but the Bengals just couldn't get it done. Their kicker McPherson missed 2 kicks that really could have put them in position to win the game. And after the game, the wide receiver Jamar Chase expressed frustration with Coach Zach Taylor. A lot of Bengals fans want Zach Taylor fired, with the struggles they've had this season. And but Jamar Chase also spoke on McPherson's, and I didn't know how to feel about it. I can't say he was wrong, but there's things that you say behind the scenes and things that you say on camera. I feel like he threw his teammate under the bus, and saying things like, well, that's why we pay him those bucks, to make kicks like that. Wow. To make kicks like that and stuff. I mean, that's something you could have told him in private, Jamar. At least that's what I feel like, but it's just a bad look in Cincinnati. I don't think the chemistry is gonna be, rising up this season. I'm sorry, Bengals fans. It's looking like this will conclude the 24th season for y'all. Y'all haven't officially been eliminated from playoff contention, but clearly it's a lot of issues you guys are having that are not just on the field. I mean, because you guys have a great team. The Bengals have played great football, so it's really shocking that they are 4-7. Because if you look at other teams who have only won 4 games or worse than that, the Bengals are way better. Yeah, they are probably the best 4-7 team in the league. It's really unusual to see that they will not be a playoff team this season. Because you look at this roster and think, oh, Joe Burrow, he's been to the Super Bowl. They didn't win, but he has that Super Bowl experience, and is one of the best quarterbacks in his conference besides Patrick Mahomes and Lamar Jackson. Bengals fans, man, I feel bad for y'all. We'll see what y'all do the rest of the season, but it's not looking good. So I wouldn't get my hopes up, but good game by the Chargers.
Okay, well, the Seahawks started a little slow. But they rolling as they kind of like rolled a little bit past the doggone 49ers, which is shocking because the 49ers are starting to fall off. Come on now, you know. But they rolled past the 49ers 20-17.
Yeah, the Seahawks who've been playing good football but not great football. They're 5-5. The 49ers are now 5-5, but the Seahawks did what they had to do, and they got the win. Geno Smith went 25 for 32, 221 yards, and 1 interception. Brock Purdy went 21 for 28, 159 yards, 1 touchdown, and 1 interception as well on his part. And but the Seahawks were able to get the win. 49ers, another team that it seems unusual for them to be for this to be their record, they obviously seem better than a 5-5 team. But being 5-5.
Are they injured or are they just not playing well?
I mean, yeah, a lot of teams, they're injured. A lot of teams are hurt. But they just got McCaffrey back not too long ago. They were hoping that getting McCaffrey back would spark a fire in the offense. But so far, they've still been looking like looking a little slow out there. But I still believe that the 49ers will be here, in the postseason. We're midway through. Being 5-5 in the NFL, it's not too bad all the time. It's
they still got time to make it run. They still got
exactly.
time.
Just get. They see the story to the NFL is you just got to make sure you're above 500 for the most part. That's all it really is. And for the most part, you're in the playoffs unless other teams in the old division are just playing out their minds. Then 5-5 is not a bad record to have. You guys can definitely bounce back from that. But yeah, it was a good game by the Seahawks.
Okay, well, this was a great game.
Yeah, it was.
The Steelers and the Ravens.
Steelers are legit.
They are legit, and Russell doing this thing is they have sneak past the Ravens, 18-16.
Yeah, and it was just a fun rivalry game. These two teams do not like each other, and every time they get together, it's going to be a good one. The Ravens go down. Can't remember the last time they lost the game, but Lamar Jackson was 16 for 33, 270 yards, 1 touchdown. Russell Wilson went 23 for 36, 205 yards, and one interception. Lamar Jackson threw an interception as well. This was a very, very tight game down to the end. Very, very, very defensive. Derrick Henry got himself a touchdown in this game. But the Steelers were still able to come out on top. Before the game, Mike Tomlin was speaking to the wide receiver group, and just giving them a great speech and saying that he wanted to walk out with them and be a part of that group because Mike Tomlin was a wide receiver back in his day, and so he was just just firing the offense up. And I just like to see that Mike Tomlin is one of the most loved coaches around the league, one of the most successful now. But it's just fun seeing him work with his team. Starting the season out, the Steelers, even though they won week 1, 1 week 2, they were winning those games with Justin Fields. They still seemed like they were, still had a lot of things to work on and stuff. But as the weeks go on, they are starting to look more and more like a complete team. And this Steelers team, like I said before, is looking better than a lot of people anticipated them to be. And this game just proves that you beat the Baltimore Ravens, a team who has been pretty dominant, aside from a couple other teams in their conference. This is a very good win to have for the Steelers. I look at this as a momentum builder. You beat the Ravens, I feel like you can beat 90% of the NFL. And this is.
It was a good game.
Yeah.
It was a good game.
Definitely.
Okay, so what about them Rams? Well, they are really. I don't know if the Rams is actually playing better or if the Patriots is playing worse. I wouldn't even say they're playing worse. The Patriots seem to be playing a little better. They did lose to the Rams, but it was 28-22.
I mean, if you take away their record, I feel like the Patriots have been playing good football. At least ever since Drake May took over, he's been looking real comfortable. His rookie season, every week, I feel like, and I think he played even better this week, honestly. He went 30 for 40, 282 yards, 2 touchdowns, and 1 interception. He was going against Hall of Famer, I feel like, Matthew Stafford, 18 for 27, 295 yards, and 4 touchdowns. And the Rams, they advanced to 5-5. They did what they had to do, and that's get back to 500. They got out to a slow start this season, and the Rams, I think, they look like one of the worst teams to start out this year, but they fought back to 500, and they're back in position to fight for a playoff spot. And we'll see what they do. But they've been playing really good football, but the Patriots they do go down to 3-8. But like I said, this is a rebuilding year for New England. Nobody's expecting much out of them, but that offense is looking fluent. They are looking like they're building the chemistry up and they're playing, better together, way better than they were, I feel, with Jacoby Brissett when he was at the helm. But it seems like ever since May took over, they have been clicking now. So
they
football
do.
play.
Okay. Well, this was a divisional game
Yeah.
in my division.
Mm-hmm.
And it was closer than I thought it would be, which makes me feel better because I'm thinking, the Bears are last place in our division. So I thought the Packers would have a better showing, but they barely won, 20-19. And Love is a great player, but the one thing about Love that makes me feel comfortable, I believe he is a franchise player, but he has too many drops, too many, for my liking, but I know that eventually he will be the franchise player that he is, and they just barely beat the Bears, 20-19.
Yeah, he can't help the jobs from his receivers though. He ain't the one catching them. But Jordan Love, he went 13 for 17, 261 yards, 1 touchdown, 1 interception. I will admit, he definitely has a few drops out there. I mean, I don't know if I could put it on him.
I mean, he threw an interception every game, it seems like.
Yeah, it does seem like, but I guess the great's been doing that almost every week too, seems like. Especially Patrick Mahomes, he's thrown a lot of interceptions.
Yeah, he has.
But yeah, I mean, Caleb Williams went 22 for 31, 231 yards. And Josh Jacobs, running back for the Packers, and DeAndre Swift, running back for the Bears. They both got a touchdown each. But the Bears, their struggles continue. I don't know who's going through it worse right now, Falcons fans or Bears fans. But, I mean,
But y'all got a better record than the Bears. Come on now.
Yeah, but at least I can say the Bears lost a close game. The Bears just keep losing in unfortunate ways,
Yeah.
They lost to the Hail Mary against the Commanders, and and they lose this game to a blocked field goal. The Bears just can't have anything. I mean, y'all really beat Green Bay. I guess I can try to say that. Give y'all something to be positive about. Even though on paper, yes, y'all got blocked and stuff, but. I mean, a blocked field goal is rare. I mean, my mom mentions the curse with the Falcons. I mean, it's clear that, there's something in the air against Chicago as well. I mean, because y'all can't even close games. And even when it seems like y'all won it, y'all can't stop a Hail Mary. Y'all can't, make a field goal. It's like something's clearly wrong with Chicago because the Bears have been in a lot of positions this season to win the game, but the most unfortunate thing just keeps happening to y'all. I don't know. Y'all just have the worst luck in the league.
But keep talking to them about the Bears, because I got to go let the cat upstairs.
Yeah, I mean, the Bears I think are a really talented team. I actually had them potentially making the playoffs this year. I actually had faith in y'all to do that because, not just because of the hype surrounding Caleb Williams, but I just really felt like y'all could be a playoff team. The way y'all started the season, led me to believe that. But now y'all are starting the Bears are starting to bear. And y'all starting to do this bad luck stuff, and I don't know why this is a thing every season for y'all, but please, bounce back. Because I would like to see the Bears back in the playoffs. Football seems better when y'all are good.
But y'all can get out there. I got faith y'all gonna get above 500. What they at? 4-6.
4-6.
2 games.
They can't afford to lose 2 more games.
Okay, so y'all need to get there. Come on, Bears.
Really can't lose 1 more. But
I'm with you. Well, those doggone Vikings. Now I would have rather for the Bears would have won and the Vikings would have lost, but that didn't work in my favor as the doggone Vikings. They beat the Titans. Now they didn't beat the Titans like we beat the Titans. They beat the Titans like
they gave the Titans a chance.
Right. So they beat the Titans 23-13.
Yeah, like you said, they didn't beat them as bad as the Lions did. The Titans obviously played good football in this game, or the Vikings just underestimated them. But either way, the Vikings were able to get the win. And they advanced to 8-2, remaining one of the most dangerous teams in the NFL this season. Sam Darnold went 20 for 32, 246 yards and 2 touchdowns. Will Levis with 17 for 31, 295 yards, 1 touchdown and 1 interception. And 2-8 Titans. Y'all playing to just see, how many positives y'all can have going into next season and going into the off season, seeing what players y'all need to keep, seeing what players y'all need to give away, seeing what players give away. If y'all wasting these players' times, get them out of Nashville. Y'all it can't be fun for any player that's trying to win to be on the team like that. I mean, we knew the Titans would be rebuilding, but I don't think 2-8. No, I don't think I thought y'all would be 2-8 bad. I mean,
so who worse, the Titans or the Jags?
I don't know, but that might be a good game. It might be a really good game. Yeah, y'all division must suck. Hey, if the Jags are that bad, the Titans are that bad, then they must really be bad. Hold on, but anyway, I don't want to get off track, but it just had me thinking. Yeah, 2-8 for the Tennessee Titans. This can't be a fun season for y'all, at all. But especially knowing how long the NFL offseason is, you never want to wait for the season to come back just to see that this is all your team does. Like it's not a great feeling. I know from experience it's not a great feeling, but things will get better. Firing coaches has seemed to be a winner for a lot of teams. It's done wonders. It did wonders for New Orleans. They beat us right after they fired theirs.
So they got they in the division. They got the Texans, the Colts, the Titans, the Jags. So yeah.
All that crap y'all get in the NFC South, man. Look, come on now. The NFC South ain't doing no better.
They not doing no better.
6-4, 5-6. What you said? 2-8. Oh no.
Yeah.
Come on. That's unacceptable.
Yeah, they not.
Oh, Jags are Jags. Jags are 2-9. 2-9. I don't even think the Panthers are 2-9 if I'm not mistaken. Yeah.
Yeah. It ain't look good. But I think the Jags they're gonna get the first round draft pick, so
Yeah.
That's what they believe they're gonna do. Well, this is the team that we got next week is they kind of skirted, like tweaked on past some Jets. Now I don't know, Aaron Rodgers, do you think they beat the Jets 28-27. Now, do you think Aaron Rodgers should come back next year? Do you think he should just, hang up his cleats?
I mean, if he comes back next year, cool. If he doesn't, also cool. Nobody's going to say anything bad about Aaron Rodgers, at least not too bad. I mean, he's still, a Hall of Famer. Nobody's going to take that from him. He has a Super Bowl championship. He's been an MVP. I mean, what can you say? Aaron Rodgers has done a lot. Whether despite it just being one time, he's still done a lot more than a lot of quarterbacks in the league can say they've done. So, but his there's no denying that his time in New York has not been good. I mean, let's not forget his very first game was a Jet. He tears his Achilles.
Yeah.
I mean, and then the very first game. And it's his second season in New York. It's not a pretty one. They sit at 3-8, and it's crazy because they played better last season after he got hurt. Like they had a better record around it. I don't know what it is. Even after they get Devontae Adams from the Raiders,
right?
It seems like it got worse. Like everything the Jets did, that they thought would help the team. They thought, yeah, exactly. It didn't help them. They thought they would be in a playoff position this year, and they have even come close to
it's crazy because I can't see him because he's such a winner that I can't see him going out like this.
Yeah, I don't know.
I don't know. Maybe he may say, "Forget it. It's not worth it. I've done all I did. I got my Super Bowl rings, deuces." But I don't know. It's gonna be interesting to see, but
Mike Tyson.
Well, and then who knows? The Jets might not even want him. So
Mike Tyson got a better chance of winning another boxing match at 58 than the Jets do at making the playoffs at this point. Because I don't know what to say. I don't know what to say. I never would have thought Aaron Rodgers would have been, Aaron Rodgers led team would have been this bad. This is one of the best quarterbacks of all time we're talking about. And this is just a terrible way to go out. I mean, terrible way. But A-Rod, he went 22 for 29, 184 yards, 2 touchdowns. Played a pretty clean game. Not his best game, but he played a pretty clean one. It just wasn't enough to win. Anthony Richardson went 20 for 30, 272 yards. and he had one touchdown of his own. Who was talking about it? Cam Newton. Cam Newton has some things to say about Anthony Richardson being a lazy player, because Anthony Richardson said that he wanted to come out of the game last week because he was tired, and that's why Joe Flacco played last week, he said he was tired. Cam Newton had some comments about him, speaking on his game and he was basically saying how all these young kids in college think going to the NFL playing with these grown men is going to be a cakewalk. But and he was saying that how Anthony Richardson got a wake-up call. But I think Anthony Richardson, responded to his criticism, the right way. He played this game complete, and he had a rushing touchdown. He ran in, and it's always cool to see a quarterback, run a touchdown in and use his strength and knock down the defender. That's what AR did, and that was pretty cool to see. Show his toughness and get the crowd hyped, and I think that was a response to Cam Newton, when I saw that touchdown, and I think that was cool to see. Might see Richardson play better now, and I think he now has a chip on his shoulder for the rest of the season. A lot of people were ready to write him off as the Colts starting quarterback, but who knows? I think he has his momentum now.
All righty, now. Well, there was 4 games this week that made me smile.
Oh yeah, she's a bandwagon.
There's a 4 games. Bandwagon. I'm not. But there was 4 games this week that made me smile. As y'all know, the first one was that my team, my Lions, my boys, they beat those Jags 52-6. Then these failed cats over here, because he talk about the Saints all the time, got beat.
Saints. She claims she don't hate the Falcons.
38-6.
She talks about us losing every chance.
And this other game,
but she doesn't hate the Falcons. She don't hate them.
That's I don't
clearly.
But
does,
that's two. That's two. But the third game was that my Southern team, those Saints. We haven't won a lot of games at the same. We haven't had one at the same time. We really, because they was on a losing streak.
You have one team.
But I support the Saints. Don't be hating. But
you ain't got an Aints jersey. You talking about you?
I don't, because I don't wear. I don't wear their paraphernalia. I only wear Lions. I only wear Detroit paraphernalia. That's it. But the Saints beat up on the Browns, which with the Browns.
And it's cool. They can win games. They ruining their team. It's cool.
35-14.
Y'all ruining y'all chance at it.
35-14. But 2 more wins and 2 more losses, they'll be tied with them. But I digress. But they beat up on. Go ahead and talk about it.
It's funny. You think New Orleans about to win? About to go on a little
35-14. Go ahead and talk about it.
I'll talk about it. I'll talk. Hey, New Orleans. I hope y'all feeling yourself. I mean, y'all we might be playing bad football right now, but keep winning if y'all think y'all have a chance of making the playoffs. Go ahead, be my guest. I hope y'all keep winning. That'll be so funny to watch y'all win games for no reason. I'll laugh at that. James Winston with 30 for 46, 395 yards, 2 touchdowns, playing his old team. He's on the Browns and stuff, but I'd rather be a Brown than be an Ain't. Jameis, I know you're happy you're out of New Orleans. Derek Carr went 21 for 27, 248 yards, 2 touchdowns. And Taysom Hill had 7 carries for 138 yards. I don't know what the Browns defense was doing, because how do you allow him to get 138 yards off 7 carries? That's worse than the Falcons defense, if you ask me. But I just think it's very unacceptable to get beat by a team as bad as New Orleans, 35-14. I don't know what they're trying to prove. It's very stupid. Y'all season is over and y'all steady trying to win games. Okay, cool. Fine by me.
In all fairness, they do have a hard schedule left out. They got to play the Buccaneers. They got to play the Ravens.
They had a hard schedule,
not the Ravens. They have to play the Commanders.
In the middle of the season, too, But it's cool. Fine by me.
Don't hate. They won.
Them winning don't bother me.
They won. Leave them alone.
They just look silly winning. That's all. They just look silly. Because, y'all going to watch. They gonna get a draft. They gonna get a draft pick they not satisfied with. And they gonna look back at this record and be like, dang, this is why we didn't get that. Okay.
Whatever. Just don't hate. Then we got the doggone Dolphins. The Dolphins showing up too, I guess, They coming back. They coming out. They getting a little used to their little water. They starting a little swim a little again as they beat up on the Raiders Everybody beating up on the Raiders, so it doesn't say
Hopefully
that
we
much.
do. Hopefully we
But 34-19.
Yep, 34-19. Gardner Minshew. Went down to the Dolphins, but he went 30 for 43, 282 yards and 2 touchdowns and 1 interception. And Tua went 28 for 36, 288 yards and 3 touchdowns. I think this, might have been Tua's best game since he's been back from that concussion. The Dolphins with another demanding win. They have been looking like they're trying to make a late season surge back to 500 and give themselves one last shot to make the playoffs. I think they can do it with the way they've been playing. They've actually been playing some really good football, and it was looking scary for them. It still is looking kind of scary because even though they've been winning, you don't know if they'll continue this. They're still 4-6, 2 games below, but it's not too late. They just can't afford to lose really one or 2 more games. But I believe the Dolphins are still a team you need to look out for because they are, looking like they got all the motivation they need. They keep racking up these wins. They only gonna get better. Their confidence is gonna grow. And they are really a fun team to watch when they are at the top. So yeah, I'm glad we're not playing Miami. I think
because they getting their legs. They
getting that confidence and watch out for them. That's all I'm saying.
Okay, now this was a good game, and the Commanders, who have been playing great, rookie quarterback doing his thing, but Jalen hurt.
Oh my God! Every time she got to mention that. every time.
Ain't that many.
Y'all get it, right? Y'all get it. She been saying it since week 1. We get it, right? Okay.
Anyway, the Eagles, they beat up on the Commanders 26-18.
Yep, 26-18. The Commanders, they go down again. 7. They
2 in a row.
7-4. And the Eagles advanced to 8-2. Jayden Daniels, even though he got the loss for a second week in a row, there is can't deny how great this rookie has been playing. I mean, he's playing like he's not a rookie. He just amazes me every Sunday because he literally looks like a vet out there. And I think the Commanders are just going to be a scary team in the league for seasons to come because the way this kid is playing is it's out of this world. He went 22 for 32, 191 yards. He had 1 touchdown. He had 1 little pick, but just not a terrible game overall. Not his best game, but not a terrible game overall. And Jalen Hurts went 18 for 28 and 221 yards. Didn't even get a passing touchdown. He was letting his running backs do the work. But what a game from the Eagles, and they look like they were getting off to a slow start at the beginning of the season, but the Eagles found their confidence. Now they're 8-2. Definitely look like their offensive coordinator got his little situation figured out and stuff because Eagles fans were not feeling him at the beginning. But the Eagles are looking dangerous, and man, this is I'm glad we didn't play this version of them. That's all I'm gonna say. But it's looking real scary in the NFC. A lot of teams are starting to find that groove.
Yeah, I might have to get them in the playoffs.
I just want to make the playoffs. I don't really care if
you don't care if you lose in the first round.
No, I just want to make it. I just want to end the drought. I just want to end the drought and say my team made the playoffs. Where was your team this season? That's what I want to tell somebody. Okay. Y'all was on the couch.
Okay. But I thought y'all needed some draft picks too, so y'all ain't trying to do that. No, you good.
No,
okay.
we good.
Well, you were just saying y'all didn't do nothing in the trade deadline, so I'm thinking y'all might want to get. Okay, y'all just gonna do something in the off season. Okay.
In the off season.
Okay.
Ain't nothing we can do now.
Okay. Woo! Here we go, y'all.
Thank you.
Finally. It was a great week for me. Like I told y'all, it was 4 games that just made me smile. The 4th one was those doggone Kansas City Chiefs. Yep. Finally. They went into Buffalo. Buffalo said, we ain't having it. We are about to end your winning streak. And so they did. Thank you, Buffalo. Thank you, Bills. as they beat the Kansas City Chiefs 30-21. That allowed my team to be number 1 in the NFL.
Well, yeah, that one next to that 9 in Kansas City's record should really be a 3 or 4, but I will take it. You know, 1 loss is better than undefeated when it comes to the Kansas City Chiefs. Mahomes finally goes down, the Kelce's go down, the Swifties go down, and all the Chiefs' kingdom go down. They're quiet for at least a week. That's all we ask, just for them to be quiet for at least a week. Mahomes went 23 for 33. 196 yards, 3 touchdowns, and 2 interceptions. I mentioned how he's been throwing a lot of interceptions this season. He usually just been throwing 1, but in this game he threw 2. Woo! Josh Allen went 27 for 40, 262 yards, 1 touchdown, and 1 interception. He got the win against the undefeated Kansas City Chiefs. At the end of the game, Mahomes dapped him up and was like, let's do it one more time, baby. Basically referring to the playoffs, and you know. And I would love to see the Bills and the Chiefs go at it one more time in the AFC Championship. I mean, who says no? That'll be a great one.
Yeah.
Allen and Mahomes, they always have good battles, so I'm here for it. Please, thank you, Buffalo. You guys don't know how much of America, except the state of Missouri and Kansas. Everybody else wanted the Chiefs to lose. We are just happy that it has happened. Finally, we can't repay you enough.
I know. Thank you. So that is our rundown for week 11. So now we come to the part of our show, which is our favorite part, which is You Did That of the Week. Now, once again, we did not discuss who should that be in. Now, I know y'all would probably think I'm going to say my offensive line for my Lions, because they beat up on the Titans 52-6, but no, even though they all got a game ball and they deserve their accolades and they kick butt, at the end of the day, it was the Titans. I don't know. My did that I think should go to the quarterback that ran. The You Did That I think should go to the quarterback that ran it in, that touchdown that allowed them to beat those Kansas City Chiefs, and that's Josh Allen. I think Josh Allen, you did that for the week. Do you agree?
He's the guy. He's the Mahomes killer.
I'm thinking so. Josh Allen of the Buffalo Bills, you are
kryptonite.
You did that for week 11. So, as you know, we are coming to the end of our show, and we hope that you enjoyed it, as this is week 11. We'll see you next week as we go into week 12. We want you to click, like, and subscribe, and we will see you next week on DNA. Bye.